me, that wasn't Lloyd Lewis. Yes, it was 68 Lloyd Lewis. But, you know, when you have the timing, Jim, and you can time the same time the back goes up, now I think you're going to have to go wide.
Well, I tell you, they got a good short yardage back in there now, and George Wirtz, and Neuheisel calls timeout. 2.5 minutes to go. On 3rd down and a yard to go for the touchdown, Neuheisel calls timeout. There have been 3 touchdowns in the game, 2 of which have been set up by interceptions. An interception by Richmond of San Antonio and Myers of Houston. The other was a 70-yard drive. Gil Stanky and his crew, they're the playoff teams and what they've done. Philadelphia, Birmingham, now assured of home team advantage, and Birmingham must play Tampa Bay next Sunday. That'll be something. Houston is in, looking for the best division record or conference record in the West by winning either this Monday night or next Monday night. And there's some teams, of course, still in contention. Oklahoma, Michigan. Michigan must win to stay in contention. Denver and Oakland are about out of it. Los Angeles is in. Arizona must win against Los Angeles next Saturday night, and we will have it on ESPN for Arizona to stay in. And Michigan goes on to meet Chicago and must beat Chicago also. Here comes Neuheisel, obviously with instructions. 3rd down. I would say with nothing to lose, they've got a couple of downs to try to get this across. And here, Rick Johnson has hit Alfonso Williams for 10 yards. And Oklahoma and Michigan are now tied 7-all in the first quarter up at the Silverdome.
And Marcus Bonner in the game. When they took the timeout, they put Mike Hagan back in along with George Wirtz in the backfield.
This is Neuheisel, no place to go. 4th down. Lloyd Lewis got up saying, I got him, I got him. Peyton was there. And it looked to me as though nothing developed. Neuheisel was going to bootleg it, I think, and there was no place to go.
Neuheisel was going to go down the line. It looked like he was going to try to get the ball to George Wirtz on a pitch, but it was stuffed on the inside. He had nowhere to go, and he gets hammered right in the middle. All right, here's Ricky Young again. Look at Ricky going over the top, and he and Hagan, that was his job, just to hit Hagan. They met head up, and no man went any further than the contact that they made.
Well, I tell you, they're not going for broke. They're going to go for the 3. Nickelmeyer in to try. A 19-yard field goal, which is good. And they remember they had 1st down at the 2 and settled for a 19-yard field goal. That's got to hurt a little bit in the morale when they could not take it in. Jacksonville, New Orleans has fallen on hard times over the weekend in overtime. Beat New Orleans. Arizona, a couple of games of over 40 points, and then 36 points Friday night. Los Angeles beat Oakland when Oakland was trying to win its 8th in a row, and Oakland had a Fred Fasana pass batted down in the end zone as time ran out, or that might have been different. New Jersey about eliminated Denver 27-7. Then in the game we televised before a sellout crowd at the Liberty Bowl, Birmingham 35, Memphis 20, and Tampa Bay stayed in the running with Birmingham. And of course, the Bandits are in the playoffs, knocking off Pittsburgh 21-9. This is the most first quarter points by San Antonio team all year long. Verdun is the man deep. Boot the ball along the ground. Fumbled a little bit there. Picked up by Corville. Corville had a good return last time and gets across the 20 to about the 23 this time. And it's 1st and 10 with 1:50 to go. There's Mouse Davis. We made the mistake, and it's just a term of affection, of calling him Mousy. Well, everybody in his hometown, his daughter here, and Mousy himself said it's Mouse, not Mousy. So we apologize, Mouse, and everybody knows your name because you're the man who installed that run and shoot offense that has the whole league talking, and other leagues too.
Surprisingly, his daughter came to the booth to remind us.
We said, your dad beat you to it by an hour and a half. Put the ball on a 23, 1st down. That's Johnson in motion. Fowler hasn't been called on too much tonight to carry. Johnson catches the ball and gets across the 25 to the 27-yard line. The attack was made by John Bearfield, number 58. 2nd down, about 5.
All right, Kelly, first of all, he'll look downfield. He knows at all times he has Johnson. He looked downfield, looked at Johnson, looked downfield, and came back to Johnson. They picked up 4 yards on the play. But you see Johnson, he dips back into the backfield. Now the defensive man really, they cannot commit themselves right away. Barefield was the guy that came up on him, the linebacker.
Sanders, the man in motion. No sign of that hamstring pull. Kelly's throwing on nearly every down. And here he comes. Oh, the man was knocked down. He's looking around. It's Johnson, but I really believe he tripped over his own feet. I don't know if we have that, but it looked to me, look at Jim Kelly. See if he did or he tripped over someone else's feet.
All right, here comes Johnson, and it's at number 51, Rich D'Amico, that gets tied up with her Pacho. Or is it it's a defensive back? The defensive back, that was unintentional.
Both men playing the ball.
We also had a penalty against Houston on the play anyway.
We told you that Burl Sorgan is our referee, and he's going to sort things out. It's going to be motion charged against him, and they're going to refuse it. The rest of his crew, Bill Spencer's the umpire, head linesman Hayden Terry, Buddy Ojeski, the line judge, the back judge is Kent Henry, Grover Clemmer is the side judge, and Horton Acesta is the field judge.
You notice when Kelly threw that ball to Johnson, Jim, when Johnson fell down, Kelly is throwing to a spot where he knows his receivers are going to end up. That's why the ball was so far away from Johnson as he went down.
Third down and a long 5. Sanders the man in motion. Even Fowler comes out of the backfield this time, and Fowler, flag is down. And it might be roughing the passer. And let's see who that man is walking slowly back. Is that St. Clair?
That'll be tacked on. That'll be 15 tacked on to the play.
Yeah, I think Mike St. Clair, the former Cincinnati Bengal, number 78, is the man who did it. He did it. Unfortunately, he was the only man around him.
That's right, Jim. It's throw, downfield, and then all of a sudden you go with Fowler with the screen pass. It was beautiful.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 78 defense, first down.
Yeah, Mike, no one else was anywhere near you. You just had to see it.
Watch how beautiful this screen is set up. The lineman let him go. Here's Fowler. All the linemen are out in front of him. They have 4 linemen there. Gets excellent blocks downfield. Tommy Robinson got a great block, and Fowler picks up the first down and 15 more.
From the 40-yard line, and there's a flip out, and Johnson escapes one man and runs out of bounds. That was Jim Bob Morris over there. And Johnson goes out of bounds after picking up 7 down to the 33-yard line. Bill Stanky now knows what he knew it anyway, that Houston can move the ball. The unfortunate thing is they're moving it now.
Again, a first down play, pick up 8 yards, and that's all it is. It's a simple little flip pass to the outside to Richard Johnson, who goes in motion, and they can work that play back and forth on either side of the field.
You know, I've had fourth quarters take 45 minutes or more, but this is the first quarter, and it's taken 45 minutes, and it's not over yet. Lots of throwing of the ball. Lots of scoring. There's Fowler. Fowler, I think, has got the first down inside the 30-yard line. That'll be a first down.
And that will probably be the end of the quarter.
That should be the end of the first quarter, which found San Antonio leading 14-0 before the Kelly pass to Johnson. Better than 40 yards made it 14-7. Then San Antonio marched all the way down and had a first down at the 2 and settled for a 19-yard field goal. 17-7. The first quarter is over. San Antonio, and Kelly is there. And Kelly is throwing and not quite intercepted. Intended for Gerald McNeil, and Rock Richmond was there, along with Larry James, who's the man who almost intercepted the ball.
He hit Gerald McNeil right in the hands, Jim, and he dropped the football. Kelly smiled. He said, all right, just be patient. I'll get it back to you.
Taking a look at the crowd here, there was a big story in the Houston paper yesterday that the Gamblers are the talk of Houston, but because there are no blackouts, everybody's talking about them but staying home to watch them. But they're very proud tonight that despite the fact that it's not blacked out, they're going to have well over 30,000 here. And Houston Gamblers say, that's okay. We're getting known. This is our first year. Second down. Kelly got 3 men to the left. Goes across the middle, and look at this. Johnson can't hold on to the football. And it's third down and 10. Well, Jim Kelly couldn't throw much better than those last 2.
I said before, He's not going to really throw the ball away. He's going to put it right in your hands. Here comes Johnson across the middle. He's being covered downfield, but no way are they going to stay with him. Kelly hits Johnson in the hands, and he drops the football.
On his 3rd down and 10. 17-7, San Antonio. Houston with the ball. And just remember, on 99% of all Houston plays, there are 4 wide receivers. Many times 3 to one side. It will be 3 to the left side this time. Streaking for the end zone. There's another one bouncing off the hand of Scott McGee. Now that would have been an outstanding catch. A little high, but McGee got up and got his hands on the ball.
What they did is they put 3 people on one side, the left-hand side. They brought Sanders in motion, Ricky Sanders, number 80. And then they left McGee out there one-on-one coverage, Jim. And when you do that, you like the coverage that you want, man coverage. And Kelly went back to that one man, but he threw the ball a little bit high. It would have been a tough catch.
Tony Fritz, the oldest kicker in the league, will try one of 46 yards. From 46 yards out, he's got enough foot, but it's off to the side. It is no good. And with 14:39 to go, the Gunslingers have held on and lead by 10. Commissioner Chet Simmons and ESPN jointly announced that our network, ESPN, has contracted for 3 more years of the USFL in the springtime, and you'll be seeing many more games each year than what you have been seeing. 17-7, 14.5 minutes to go in the half. Gunslingers lead and have the football, 1st down at their own 29. George Works is in there. The fake. Here's Neuheisel. He can run with the football. And absolutely threw the ball out of bounds.
He was also over the line of scrimmage when he threw the ball, Jim. That's going to be a penalty and a loss of down.
Oh, yeah. That's the illegal forward pass motion right there. Then they'll give you the hands behind the head in a moment. Going to loss it down. Rick kind of panicked there. He could have run or just slid, and he would have had 4 or 5 yards. But instead, over the line of scrimmage, without doing either, he threw the ball away.
Presence of mind. You've got to know where you are in the field. And actually, you know, he'd already picked up 2 yards.
Illegal forward pass. Number 7, offense. Loss of down. Number 2.
Take a look at, there's Caton coming to the outside. Now he's being blocked. Now watch, Neuheisel he sees a man coming up in front, and that's Mike Hawkins, number 57. Try to throw it to the outside, but you're already beyond the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, 15 to go. From inside the 25. Works a handoff to Bonner, who's got some speed, but he's in a little bit of trouble. And he's taken down very quickly by Diallo.
Jim, Neuheisel got an excellent block in the backfield, but it looked, and he was laying on the ground, rolling around. He is the man that sprung the play.
3rd down.
Watch Neuheisel now. He's the man that's going to get the block. And you'll see him in the bottom of your picture, on the top of your picture. See the block he gets on number 68, Lloyd Lewis? He's the one that gets Bonner back around the outside, but Kiki Diallo, number 31, comes over and makes the play, and he punishes people when he gets there.
Lewis weighs 240. Rick weighs 190. 3rd down, 12 to go. Shotgun. Used it quite a bit against Pittsburgh last week. Neuheisel winds up, throws, has a man over there, but Gordon can't get to the ball. It's 4th down. They'll have to kick it away. And the run and shoot offense will try to get itself in gear one more time. They're down by 10. They kick it away. In comes Hartley.
All right, you didn't think you'd believe this, but you got to understand something. San Antonio had the ball a bit longer, 153 yards to 109, and you won't see many yards rushing for Houston. That's impressive. 113 for San Antonio.
Hartley gets off a fine kick after a low snap, and it is taken there and down very quickly goes Gerald McNeil as he gets out to about the 40-yard line. We'll tell you the leg, and we'll tell you about the contest itself in a moment. 1st down from the 40-yard line. Houston, very quick throw across the middle to Johnson, and Johnson's got the ball for the 1st down across the 50-yard line, but they say no, he did not have the ball as he hit the ground, so call it incomplete. Our watch and win sweepstakes, remember, the code word is bootleg. bootleg. Now, you've got a couple of weeks in which to enter. And you can send your applications to ESPN Sweepstakes, Post Office Box 1000, Kensington, Maryland, 20895. You got to get the code word from the Monday games, this one, the Saturday game, put it on a postcard with your name and address, send it in, and maybe you'll be a winner of a brand new car, a watch, a windsurfer, or something to do. But only a couple of weeks left. Second down 10. Sanders in motion. Kelly. And there's Johnson, and Johnson's got the first down this time, no mistake about it, as he moves into San Antonio territory. And I can remember Fowler running the ball one time and catching the ball one time. But I don't remember any more than one running play.
Well, actually, he has two. He had one for 7 yards, and then the short yardage from when he picked up the first down.
Right. Two times they have run the football. 2 times only.
Well, you don't have to.
Why battle with success?
Boy, it is so true. It is scary. We just saw Gil Stanky going down the sideline saying, you know, they've got people all over the place.
They've had them all over the place, and defensive coordinator's been trying to figure out for 17 games now how to stop them. There's Kelly, there's Sanders, and the ball is almost picked off by Peter Rayford. Kelly almost picked off for the second time. That's one of the rare times when you can say, hey, Jim, that was your fault.
Well, Larry James was also covering down there. Peter Rayford, the first time that I've seen Kelly throw into double coverage.
Second down and 10, 13:38 to go in the first half, at 17-7.
And what Miles Davis looks at his people upstairs, and he said, all right, if they're going double coverage on that side, what are they doing over here? That means they've got to be going man, and they watch him go the other way.
Moser wide to the right, and Verdun is in and wide to the left. Johnson and Sanders remain in. No pass to Sanders. Sanders gets a couple of yards. Good play there made by Mike Omer, number 23. You see Rayford patting Sanders on the shoulder, but it was Mike Omer playing that spot over there in place of Jim Bob Morris, who made the stop.
Jim, you got to believe that they're going to, and they have not thrown to him yet. Greg Moser, number 85. What they're doing, they're trying to double up on Sanders and also, pardon me? Johnson, yeah. And what they're doing is, and they got Moser and Verdun, they're trying to play one-man coverage on those two people.
Third down, 8 to go. Oh, he's not going to get the ball away. First sack of the night. Terry Monroe, who did not play last week because of a knee problem and shoulder problem, came in and gets the first sack of the night.
Terry Monroe was in on Kelly, and Kelly was going to the outside. Took to Terry Monroe. The guard did not block down. Billy Kidd, number 61. They were going to the right. I'm really not going to blame it all on Billy Kidd. It's either got to be Billy Kidd or Frank Khalil, the center, that didn't cut off.
Dale Walters to kick the ball away. Bonner's the man deep, standing on his own 10. Oh, the Gamblers have been thwarted again. Good kick. Bonner puts his hand up and hopes it goes into the end zone. And it goes into the end zone. Just did get into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20-yard line. 12:27 to go. And still...
See who ties down a win Saturday.
Going to be hot for several reasons. Not only on the thermometer, but on the football field when Los Angeles and Arizona heat up Saturday night. We'll be there. First down from the 20. George Works, cuts upfield and has a difficult time and does not get back to the line of scrimmage. Yala is there. Well, a little help from the cornerback on that side.
We also got some help from number 62, Tony Fitzpatrick, who slows up Works going through. And then watch Kiki Diala. Now he's got the man to his inside and makes the play. That's the way you play. You go for, make sure that man is always behind you, so when he cuts back, you can make the tackle on him.
Second down and 11. And Glenn Starks comes out wide to the right. Gordon is wide to the left. Uhizo to Don Roberts. Roberts straight up the middle. Okay, you played linebacker a lot. We've had a lot to talk about the linebackers tonight. San Antonio going wide to their left or straight up the middle with running plays have been pretty successful, except notably in that last goal line stand by the Gamblers.
All right, when the linebackers know that you're going to run, it's very difficult to run in there. We've seen Ricky Young, 58, filling very well, Kiki Diala on the goal line. But out in the middle of the field, what the linebackers, the inside linebackers have to do, and Kiki Diala is one of them, he has to make sure that that is a pass play before he drops out of there, and he's responsible for draw.
3rd down and 2. And there's Hunter. He's got the first down across the 30-yard line. Despite the tackle by Calvin Eason, little help from Diala, he's got the first down.
Let's look at the left side of the line. That's Garza and Spivey getting the blocks along with Bill Winters as center. And then they ripped the helmet off. All right, here comes Bonner. Kiki Diala makes the tackle, but already the first down is made. Calvin Eason at number 34 is also in on the tackle.
Back him up, please.
10.5 minutes in the first half. 17-7 the score. Promises to be a long game, and you already know it is a very entertaining game. George works, tries to get outside, and does get outside. Gets outside the linebacker Mike Hawkins, and is close and has another first down.
Jim, I'm talking about the linebackers because it's true. Mike Hawkins that time, the play was made inside. If Hawkins stays to the outside, watch what Hawkins does. He takes on Hagan and lets Hagan turn him for that 1 second. Then Works gets to the outside. He has to stay outside, force everything back inside because he has help there. He has no help on the backs on the outside.
Time is called by Verl Sorgan, our referee.
Roberts out into the flat. Caton comes in along with Hosea Taylor, number 93, comes in. But here it is. Here's Roberts picking up the first down. Number 24, Will Lewis, along with Hawkins.
Ball at the 44-yard line. San Antonio, 1 of 6 this year. And 7 of their 10 losses have been by a touchdown or less, and they are playing Houston tough tonight. Throw out here to Mike Hagan. Hagan is dragged down, and that is by number 57, Mike Hawkins.
The reason it's good extra effort, continuous effort, Jim, is because he had 2 linebackers on him, Mike Hawkins and Kiki Diala. Those are the 2 men that really made the first stop. There's the offensive line blocking. Lewis on Williams. Williams doing a good job.
And Diala is down. You see him here, but he is down now.
Now take a look at it. You're going to see Hawkins and Kiki Diala. They're going to converge on the tight end. Watch this. Kiki knocks Hawkins off, and Kiki Diala is down.
I really didn't see anything. 15th against the pass, 7th against the rush. Although the Gunslingers have been able to move the ball on the ground very well tonight. That is Works, and Tony Fitzpatrick's got it. Tony Fitzpatrick never let George Works get back to the line of scrimmage. Good play. 3rd down. And 3.
Let's see. He's rushing there. Now they're going to the outside. Neuheisel. Here comes Gordon. Right there, helmet to helmet.
Gordon's out there standing the huddle.
It's all right.
That's the first down at the 20-yard line. Gary Gordon has put 2 crushing blocks, one on a linebacker, this time on a defensive tackle.
He likes the bigger guys. There it is, head to head. And I'll tell you one thing, when he hit Fitzpatrick, he didn't go forward, he went backward.
And Fitzpatrick is still being ministered to, so we'll take timeout from the Astrodome.
I love it. Boy, that's the kind of blocks you love to get.
There's Bonner. Oh, has he got quickness? As he got quickness down the inside the 12, it'll be 2nd down and short. But the rookie out of Southwest Texas, 2nd and very short inside the 12. And Hagan does not get back to the line of scrimmage. Hosea Taylor knocks him down. 3rd down on the yard. Really a little bit more than that. Neuheisel throws, has his man, first down. That is Glenn Starks, another one of the little men inside the 5-yard line. Starks is 5'10", 178. And marked the ball at the 3, 1st and goal to go. And the big thing is, if you're going to beat Houston, don't let their offense on the field, and their offense hasn't been on the field in some time.
Jim, I got to believe that this drive is close to 11 minutes.
Well, we will check officially to see how long this drive has taken.
Tony Fitzpatrick on the sidelines. He's up. He's moving around. That's a good sign.
Gunslingers looking for more. Oh, Hagen goes nowhere. Absolutely nowhere.
You know who it is? The same two guys have been doing on the goal line, Ricky Young and Kiki Diallo, 58-31. Hagen said, wait a minute, we're going to get down here. Let's get me around wide a little bit, because those two guys are sitting in the middle waiting on me, and they're knocking my brains out. Ricky Young going off the field.
Young has done a good job inside that 5-yard line. But it is still second down, and a 2-minute warning coming up. And you're right, they've had the ball 10 minutes and 27. Second down from the 3-yard line, and they lead 17-7 with 2 minutes to go in the half. Uheisel looking in trouble in the grass. Down he goes, and that is Pete Caton. With his, well, his total sacks now 15 and a half. Started out today 14 and a half and third in the league.
Pete Caton gets in there, but he was trying to throw out to the outside to Jerry Gordon, and the man that messed up the play was Mike Hawkins. He got back. He's looking all the way for Jerry Gordon, and then Pete Caton's going to come in. He gets some help from Von Hughes there, but Pete Caton makes the tackle. But if Hawkins didn't get out in front of Jerry Gordon, it would have been a touchdown.
Uheisel coming to the sidelines. Time called 1:53 here, or they'll have to try for yet another field goal. Third down and goal to go from the 9. Brown is on its feet. Uheisel throws in the end zone. Roberts can't get it and says, I was held, but there are no flags. And so Mickemeyer apparently will come on the field, and here he comes to try for his second field goal of the night.
Roberts is covered down there one-on-one by number 25, Hollis Hall, and they were saying that he was held. There's the left of the screen, Jim, and Uheisel is, first of all, he was looking at Gordon, and here he comes back, and he is held. That's an illegal chuck downfield. Can't touch the receiver.
I tell you, this is the second time, for whatever reason, that San Antonio has had a first down inside the 5 and has had to settle for a field goal. This is 16 yards. From 16 yards out, it is good. So the Gamblers' defense, with first and goal to go from inside the 5 on an occasion in the first quarter, and again here in the second quarter, have held each time, again an 82 at 5,000. Kelly is the closest American to come to the 5,000 mark, and he seems almost a cinch to go over, if not tonight, and that total right there is right up to the moment, so he could even do it before this half is over. Kelly gets it out here, and that's enough for the first down. And now